When a charged object moves between two locations with different electric potentials, the change in the electric potential energy between those 2 points is the charge of the object, which is our test charge, multiplied by the change in electric potential between the 2 points. So suppose we have our test charge Q, which is moved from infinity into the electric field of charge 1 and 2. And suppose it's moved to this point first, which we denote A. So the electric potential due to those charges at point A is 1 over 4 pi by the permittivity of free space multiplied by the charge on the distance from the charge to this point. So here it'll be D on 2. So Q1 on D on 2 is 2Q1 on D. And plus the charge Q2 over that distance, which is D on 2, which is the same thing as 2Q2 on D. And now suppose this test charge moves to this point B in the electric field. So the electric potential at that point is going to be 1 over 4 pi by the permittivity of free space multiplied by Q1 on the distance to that point plus Q2 on D. So therefore delta V is the potential at B minus the electric potential at A. So that will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. And Q1 minus 2Q1 will give minus Q1 on D. And we have minus Q2 on D. And from this, we can calculate the change in electric potential energy by multiplying the change in electric potential by the test charge. So this here is the change in electric potential energy. And by the conservation of energy, that's equal to the negative of the change in kinetic energy. So recall that between 2 points, we have the kinetic energy plus the potential energy at one point is equal to the kinetic energy plus the potential energy at the other point. So therefore if you subtract Ka and subtract Ub, you're going to get the change in potential energy is minus the change in kinetic energy. So the movement of a charged object between 2 points with different electric potentials results in a change in kinetic energy of the object. And this is consistent with the conservation of energy. The following static charges with a magnitude Q are positioned in a square configuration at a distance d from each other. Find the speed of a test charge plus Q placed at the center of the square when it reaches the midpoint between charge 1 and 4. We'll recall by the conservation of energy, the change in kinetic energy will be the negative of the change in electric potential energy. And we can further write this as the magnitude of the test charge, which is plus Q, by the change in electric potential as the charge moves from point A to B. And I encourage you to verify that the electric field is actually pointing upwards at this point, in the direction of the net force. So the change in electric potential is the electric potential at B minus the electric potential at A. So now writing the electric potential at A, using the superposition principle, we have 1 over 4 pi by the permittivity of free space, and the electric potential due to charge 1 is going to be minus Q over the distance from charge 1 to point A, which will denote dA. And then plus the electric potential due to charge 2 So that would again be Q on dA, which is the same distance to that point. And similarly, plus Q on dA, being the electric potential due to charge 3, and minus Q on dA for charge 4. So as expected, the electric potential at A is 0. Now the electric potential at B is 1 over 4 pi by the permittivity of free space. And then due to charge 1, we have minus Q over D on 2. And the electric potential due to charge 2 is going to be plus Q over the distance from this charge to point B. And similarly, charge 3 is going to give the same result. And charge 4 is going to contribute the same electric potential as charge 1. So if we simplify this, by factoring out 2Q, we end up with Q over 2 pi epsilon naught by 1 on dB minus 1 on D on 2. So using Pythagoras, this distance to B is going to be the square root of D squared plus D on 2 squared, which is the square root of 5D squared on 4, or D on 2 by the square root of 5. So if we substitute for dB, we get 2 on D root 5. And if we multiply this by root 5 on root 5 and factor out 2 on D, we get Q on pi epsilon naught D by 1 minus root 5 on root 5. And now we can substitute this into this expression, where the change in kinetic energy is equal to minus Q by VB. So that would give Q squared on pi epsilon naught D, and to take out this negative sign, we'll just flip these two terms. So root 5 on root 5 is 1, minus 1 on root 5. So this is greater than 0, as expected for the change in kinetic energy. And given we're asked to find the speed of the charge, you can substitute 1/2 by the mass of the charge by the speed squared, assuming the charge started from rest. So finally the speed is equal to 2Q squared on pi m epsilon naught D multiplied by 1 minus 1 on root 5, and we take the square root.